neon sign is buzzing through the rain, casting a bloody light on the window pane. Got a leather-bound book with a golden spine. Been in the bloodline a long, long time. But a man gets desperate and a man gets cold, and the devil trades in silver and gold. I'm pawning the family Bible today, washing generations of grace away for a handful of bills and a ticket to ride, leaving my soul on the losing side. Yeah, heaven is a debt I can never repay, so I'm pawning the family Bible today. There's ink on the pages from 1810, a long quiet list of God-fearing men. My grandfather's hands wore the edges down. Now it's sitting on a glass case in the worst part of town. The clerk don't care about the prayers inside, just the weight of the paper and the wounded pride. I'm pawning the family Bible today, washing generations of grace away for a handful of bills and a ticket to ride, leaving my soul on the losing side. Heaven is a debt I can never repay, so I'm pawning the family Bible today. Ain't no redemption in the bottom of a till, just a hollow kind of quiet that is waiting to kill. I slide the book across and I take what he hands, a broken man walking in barren lands. A bell on the door rings a lonely chime as I step back out into the dirt and the grind. I pawning the family Bible today, washing generations of grace away for a handful of bills and a ticket to ride, leaving my soul on the losing side. Yeah, heaven is a debt I can never repay, so I'm pawning the family Bible today. Just a handful of bills, God forgive me. Close the book. Gasoline and a good excuse. The needle resting on the empty line, I left the county limits far behind. Got a heavy foot and a frayed out nerve, taking every dark and twisted curve. There ain't no map for where a ruined man goes, just a steady stretch of rusted out road. I don't need a savior, I don't need the truth, just a tank of gasoline and a good excuse to leave the wreckage of my my promises for sorrow and rust. Yeah, the devil's riding shotgun, cutting me loose with nothing but gasoline and a good excuse. There's a photograph burning on the floorboard mat. I ain't never looking back at that. The wind is howling through a cracked glass pane, washing away the memory of the rain. I tied my conscience to a sinking stone out here in the black, riding all alone. I don't need a savior, I don't need a truth, just a tank of gasoline and a good excuse to leave the wreckage of my life in the dust, trading in my promises for sorrow and rust. Yeah, the devil's riding shotgun, cutting me loose with nothing but gasoline and a good excuse. Engine knocking is the only sound for 50 and 10 miles around. I strike a match and watch the bridge ignite, fading into the velvet of the night. No turning around when the flame burns bright. I don't need a savior, I don't need the truth, just a tank of gasoline and a good excuse to leave the wreckage of my life in the dust, trading in my promises for sorrow and rust. Yeah, the devil's riding shotgun, cutting me loose with nothing but gasoline and a good excuse. Just a good excuse. Keep the tires turning. Let it the dirt waiting on me. I'll go the tread right off these boots, trying to sever my own roots, and chase the horizon till my eyes went blind, leaving a trail of wreckage behind. But every mile I put between my past and my soul just digs another inch into the hole. Oh, the sky is heavy and the wind is cold. I got a spirit that is broken and old. I can run from the devil, I can run from the feet, but I can't outrun the dirt waiting on me. No, I can't outrun the dirt. Oh, I've done, standing out here staring at a dying sun. My hands are scarred and my conscience is black, and I know there ain't no turning back. Oh, the sky is heavy and the wind is cold. I got a spirit that is broken and old. I can run from the devil, I can run from the feet, but I can't outrun the dirt waiting on me. No, I can't outrun the dirt waiting on me. Waiting on me. Rain is gonna fall to wash the stones. The earth is gonna claim these weary bones. Ain't no golden staircase, ain't no heavenly choir, just the cold hard ground and the fading of the fire. I made my bed of thorns and clay, and the reaper is walking down my way. Yeah, the sky is heavy and the wind is cold. I got a spirit that is broken and old. I can run from the devil, I can run from the thief, but I can't outrun the dirt waiting on me. No, I can't outrun the dirt waiting on me. Just the dirt down below the pine, waiting on me. Confessions to a barkeep. Pour me another, leave the bottle right here. The clock on the wall says the morning is near. Got dust on my collar and holes in my shoes, and a head full of nothing but the midnight blues. There ain't no one left in this neon light, just you and me in the dead of the night. These are just confessions to a barkeep friend, where the bourbon flows and the highway ends. I ain't looking for a party or a jury to sway, just a glass full of rye to wash the shadows away. Yeah, the truth is a better pill to swallow down when you're the last broken ghost in a sleeping town. There's a woman up north who curses my name. I left her with nothing but sorrow and blame. I traded her gold for a handful of dirt. Now I'm wearing the consequence under my shirt. I lied to the mirror and I stole from the plate. shadows away. Yeah, the truth is a bitter pill to swallow down when you're the last broken ghost in a sleeping town. Keep the change on the counter, wipe down the wood. I'll take it all back if I thought that I could. But the devil don't deal in apologies made. He just waits in the dark for his debts to be paid. So slide me that glass, let the embers shine. I'm drinking to the end of a very long line. These are just confessions to a barkeep friend. Where the burden flows into highway ends. I ain't looking for a pardon or a jury to sway. Just a glass full of rye to watch the shadows away. Yeah, the truth is a bitter pill to swallow down when you're the last broken ghost in a sleeping town. This confession that either bottle right here locked the door. 6 feet shy of a prayer. The sun went down on the crooked pine. I got a pocket of rust and a heavy mind. My boots are caked in the cemetery dirt, trying to outrun a lifetime of hurt. Ain't no salvation in the bottom of a glass, just the ghosts of my mistakes moving past. I'm a long way down, breathing the heavy air, fighting the cold and the quiet despair, looking up at the sky that is empty and bare. I'm just standing here, 6 feet shy of a prayer. I traded my truth for a pair of loaded dice, and every cheap thrill came with a heavy price. Now the ravens are circling up in the gray, waiting for the last of my luck to wash away. The preacher man told me I was bound to fall, but I never thought the bottom would be this small. I'm a long way down, breathing the heavy air, fighting the cold and the quiet despair, looking up at a sky that is empty and bare. I'm just standing here, whispers in the howler. The fog rolls thick across the Appalachian pine, tracing the ridges like a crooked spine. An old dirt path where the moon refuses to bleed, planting the roots of a bitter seed. There's a chill in the wind that rattles the door, telling me I ain't alone no more. There's the rust on the tin and the rotting wood, reminding me I never did no good. Hear the whispers in the holler, blowing through the trees, carrying the weight of ancient memories. I buried my sins down deep in the clay, but the whispers in the holler won't fade away. No, the whispers in the holler won't fade away. The hounds are howling at a starless night. I keep the lantern burning, but there ain't no light. Can't wash the blood from a guilty hand when the roots of your wrongs are tied to the land. There's a shadow standing by the rusted plow. I reckon my time is coming right about now. Got a shotgun loaded, but it ain't no use when the devil himself has cut the hounds loose. Hear the whisper in the holler, blowing through the trees, carrying the weight of ancient memories. I buried my sins down deep in the clay, but the whispers in the holler won't fade away. No, the whispers in the holler won't fade away. Ain't no preacher coming down this track. Once you cross the ridge, it don't come back. Just the wind in the wood and my dead leaves falling, and the sound of the old ghost calling. Yeah, hear the whispers in the holler, blowing through the trees, carrying the weight of ancient memories. I buried my sins down deep in the clay, but the whispers in the holler won't fade away. No, the whispers in the holler won't fade away. Down in the dark, let the wind blow, just whisper. The weight of the wheel. The dashboard clock is ticking down the dark. solitary flame in a rusted out machine. My hands are cracked from the frost and the wind. Don't know where I'm going, barely know where I've been. The white lines are blurring out in the rain. Just a steady rhythm feeding the pain. Oh, the weight of the wheel is breaking my bones. Out on this highway, riding alone. Every mile is a debt that I know I can't pay. As the headlights cut through the shadows of gray, there ain't no salvation, no crown to steal. Just a man pulling down on the weight of the wheel. There's a photograph fading on the passenger side of the life that I left and the tears that I hide. The engine is knocking a heavy old beat, dragging the rubber across the dead street. I paid for my freedom with sorrow and rust. Now all that I own is a trail of dust. Oh, the weight of the wheel is breaking my bones. Out on this highway, riding alone. Every mile is a debt that I know I can't pay. There's a headlights cut through the shadows of gray. There ain't no salvation, no crown to steal. Just a tired man pulling the weight of the wheel. Turn the dial to static, let the silence roll in. There ain't no forgiveness for my kind of sin. Just the hum of the tires on a long stretch of black, and the ghost of my past riding right in the back. Yeah, the weight of the wheel is breaking my bones. Out on this highway, riding alone. Every mile is a debt that I know I can't pay. As the headlights cut through the shadows of gray, there ain't no salvation, no crown to steal. Just a tired man pulling the weight of the wheel. Just the weight of the wheel. Let the midnight roll on. Heavy Sober by Sunday. The bottle is empty, the glass is cracked. There's a heavy burden strapped across my back. Friday night took a piece of my soul. Saturday morning took a heavier toll. I've been wrestling with demons in a cheap motel, paying the toll on the highway to hell. But I swear I'm gonna be sober by Sunday. Wash away the grit and the grind. I'll be standing in the light on Monday if I can just make it past closing time. Lord, the devil's got a hold on my sleeve, but I'll be sober by Sunday, I believe. Sunlight burns coming through the blind, leaving the worst of my memories behind. The steady hand is a thing of the past. I'm moving too slow when the world moves too fast. Got a dime in my pocket and a hole in my boot, looking for a tree that bears a better fruit. But I swear I'm gonna be sober by Sunday. Wash away the grit and the grind. I'll be standing in the light on Monday if I can just make it past closing time. Lord, the devil's got a hold on my sleeve, but I'll be sober by Sunday, I believe. There's a bell ringing out in the cold morning air, calling the sinners to offer a prayer. I'm too tired to run, too broken to fight, just hoping to survive one more neon night. Yeah, I swear I'm gonna be sober by Sunday. Wash away the grit and the grind. I'll be standing in the light on Monday if I can just make it past closing time. Lord, the devil's got a hold on my sleeve, but I'll be sober by Sunday, I believe. Sober by Sunday. Just let the morning break. Sober by Sunday. In and out the road. Dust is settling on the dashboard glass, watching the broken yellow lines go past. Got a worn-out map and a heavy mind, leaving every mistake I ever made behind. There ain't no salvation in a rusted key, just the mile stretching out in front of me. But the devil's got a compass and he knows the terrain. Every drop of midnight rain feels like a ball and chain. I've been driving blind gas in a ghost town, like a silent scene. I traded my tomorrow for a quick escape. Now I'm tangled up tight in my own mistakes. There's a flickering light up ahead in the gloom, but it looks a lot less like a haven and more like a tomb. 'Cause the devil's got a compass and he knows the terrain. Every drop of midnight rain feels like a ball and chain. I've been driving blind beneath a heavy load, and I think I'm running out of just the barren desert on the passenger side. I grip the wheel tight, let the engine home, waiting for the final reckoning to come. No sirens wailing, no flashing light, just the quiet surrender to the dead of night. Yeah, the devil's got a compass and he knows the terrain. Every drop of midnight rain feels like a ball and chain. I can drive and blind beneath the heavy load, and I know I'm running out of dashboard lights are glowing dim and green. Midnight rain is washing the machine. I left the neon glow of town miles behind, looking for a dark I cannot find. Ain't nobody asking how I hold it all together. Ain't nobody talking about the passing of the weather. I don't need a preacher, I don't need a friend. I'm just waiting for the gravel road to end, somewhere out past the county line, where the shadows and the whispering pines away. I'm just looking for a quiet place to breathe. I kept the iron heavy a friend. I'm just waiting for the gravel road to end. Somewhere out past the county line, where the shadows and the whispering pines awake, I finally found a quiet place to break. Yeah, a quiet place to break. Let the midnight take it all.